Have you ever stopped to ponder about the ripple effect of a single act of kindness? Take, for instance, the story of a successful businessman who was once a struggling student. He was on the verge of dropping out of college due to financial constraints when a stranger, an alumnus, offered to cover his tuition. That act of kindness transformed his life. Today, he runs a scholarship fund, helping hundreds of students overcome similar hurdles. Then there's the tale of a young girl in India who started a movement called the Kindness Project. Inspired by an act of kindness from a stranger who saved her from a life-threatening situation, she was driven to create a ripple effect of her own. Her project has mobilized the youth in her city to engage in small acts of kindness daily, radically changing the social fabric of her community. Consider the concept of kindness. This simple yet profound virtue, this winsome characteristic that carries the enormous ability to change lives, mold the world and build bridges, such as the story of a woman in war-torn Syria who opened her home to orphans from her neighborhood. Her kindness became a beacon of hope in the darkness, transforming not just the lives of those children, but of the entire community, fostering unity and resilience. Reflect upon the story of a man in America who started a movement to spread kindness to the homeless. He was once homeless himself, and a kind stranger helped him find his footing. Now, he runs a nationwide initiative providing assistance and care to thousands of homeless people, reminding us all about the transformative power of kindness. We overlook the potential of this humble virtue in our fast-paced, deadline-driven lives, often forgetting the simplicity and enormity of kindness. Yet kindness is like a seed. It is something seemingly small, almost insignificant. But when sown with genuine intent and nurtured with love, it grows into something mighty. Something like the Pay It Forward movement started by a teacher in California. He encouraged his students to perform random acts of kindness, and what started in a single classroom has now spread across schools all over the country, inspiring millions to do the same. You might be wondering, what's the motivation behind this video? Why delve into the intricacies of kindness? The purpose is to unfold the transformative power of kindness, to showcase how it has changed lives, instigated movements, and impacted communities. So, we invite you to join us on our journey to spread kindness and witness its transformative power firsthand. Let's start a ripple effect. Let's be the change we wish to see in the world. Let's make a difference. Because kindness, dear viewers, is more than just a virtue. It's a power, and it's in your hands. What if we told you that we orchestrated a thoughtful social experiment to understand the transformative power of kindness? A meticulously planned social experiment, an in-depth study of human behavior, an exploration of the depth of human emotion. All this in the heart of our bustling, teeming, vibrant cities. We built a platform amidst the noise, the chaos, the daily grind, a stage set up in the open, amidst the everyday lives of ordinary people. Hidden in plain sight, we closely watched, observed, and analyzed the passers-by. These people, unknown and unsuspecting, were the lucky ones selected for our kindness experiment. Executing a social experiment is not uncommon, but ours was quite extraordinary. It stood apart. It was an experiment that harnessed the power of cutting-edge technology, the power of artificial intelligence, to predict, anticipate, and analyze people's reactions. How did we make this possible? Well, the answer lies in the advanced technology we employed. We used highly sophisticated tools that captured and analyzed the subtle nuances of facial expressions, the silent language of body movements, the unspoken words that eyes convey. This fed us with a hint, a clue, perhaps a glimpse into their current mood, their likely reactions, and most importantly, the perfect moment to intervene with our unexpected act of kindness. The aim of our experiment was more than just bringing a fleeting smile to their faces. We set out to create a ripple of positivity, a wave of goodwill that would surpass the immediate vicinity, spreading far and wide. Sure, technology was our tool, our means, but the guiding light that directed us was kindness. The process of setting up the experiment was an exercise in meticulous planning and precision. From selecting the location to picking the right time of day, all aspects were taken into consideration. Participants were selected at random, their unawareness of the experiment crucial to maintaining authenticity. Post-experiment, interviews were held with the participants, capturing their experiences, their surprised reactions, their moments of joy. Their stories added a more personal touch to our experiment, turning abstract data into tangible, heartfelt moments. Through this experiment, we endeavored to understand the transformative power of a simple act of kindness. We wanted to explore how a small gesture, a moment of thoughtfulness, can turn a frown into a smile, make a bad day better, change a moment of despair into one of hope. Kindness isn't just beneficial for the person who receives it, is it? It's also about the one who extends it. Kindness is a two-way street. The giver also experiences a surge of happiness, a sense of fulfillment, a feeling of contentment that is hard to describe. It was this beautiful symbiotic relationship we wanted to unfold, capture, and narrate. Strangers were the focus of our experiment, much like the person sitting next to you on the bus or standing in line at the coffee shop. The beauty of kindness is that it doesn't require familiarity or a specific reason. It just needs an open opportunity. We seized this chance. Armed with our technology, bolstered by our belief in the power of kindness, we took to the streets, the parks, the shopping malls. We reached out to strangers, surprising them with acts of kindness, and in return, were surprised by their reactions. Now, join us on this journey. Let's dive into some heartwarming, emotional, touching moments from our social experiment. Let's share the joy, the happiness, the positivity, and let's spread the message of kindness. After all, in this world where you can be anything, why not choose to be kind? Now let's dive into some heartwarming moments from our experiment. Picture a city street, pulsating with life and energy. Suddenly, amid the constant hum of life, a stranger extends a radiant bouquet of flowers to a woman engrossed in her devices. This is where our tale of unexpected kindness and its subsequent impact unfolds. The woman, caught off guard, accepts the flowers, her heart brimming with a sense of gratitude and appreciation for this unexpected act of kindness. Her face, initially marked by surprise and confusion, soon breaks into a bright, radiant smile. The joy in her eyes is unmistakable as she takes the flowers. "As someone who's always tied up with work, this is a pleasant surprise," she later shares in an impromptu interview. "I was having a rough day, and this gesture, as simple as it was, uplifted my spirit. It reminded me that kindness can come from the most unexpected places." The stranger, donning a knowing smile, walks away, leaving the woman standing there, clutching the bouquet of roses. Her day, filled with the monotonous rhythm of work, instantly transforms into a canvas of vibrant colors, thanks to a simple act of kindness. But this story doesn't stop here. As we speak to bystanders, we realize this act of kindness didn't just impact the recipient. A passerby who watched the heartwarming exchange unfold shares, "I was moved by the sight. It got me thinking about how even small gestures can have a big impact. So inspired by what I witnessed, I decided to buy a meal for a homeless person. It felt good to pay it forward." Thus, a chain reaction ensues. A single act of kindness sparks a wave of generosity, spreading joy and positivity, continuing the cycle. The first woman, as she holds the bouquet, reflects later, "These flowers, they're a symbol of goodwill and humanity. They carry a silent yet powerful message, a reminder that in the midst of our busy lives, there is always room for kindness." So, what started as a stranger handing a bouquet of flowers to a woman on a bustling city street culminated in a cycle of kindness and positivity. It touched lives, cultivated happiness, and sparked a chain reaction of kindness. This is a testament to the power of kindness, reminding us that even the smallest gestures can make a significant difference. The world can indeed be a challenging place, but as long as there are people who believe in the power of kindness, who are willing to brighten someone's day, there is hope. There is light. Our first surprise act of kindness. A bouquet of flowers, a surprised recipient, a day brightened, a moment of joy shared, a simple gesture, yet a profound impact. Imagine this. You're nestled in a cozy corner of a cafe and a stranger pays for your meal. This is not just a commonplace scene, but the beginning of a remarkable tale. In this ever-moving, relentless world, everyone is engrossed in their own marathon of struggles and victories. We often overlook the need to breathe, pause, to appreciate the nuances of life. Visualize this. You're sitting at an exclusive spot in a bustling cafe. Your chosen sanctuary is an oasis amidst the urban uproar. This cafe is your haven, where you find respite. You're immersed in the cafe's ambience. The symphony of clinking cutlery and murmuring conversations create a soothing background score. The rhythm of the coffee machine is akin to a melody that enchants you. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee pervades the air, tantalizing your senses, while the crunch of pastries at the adjacent table tickles your taste buds. As you order your meal, an individual strides up to your table. This stranger, indistinguishable from the daily myriad of faces, today carries an unusual intent. Their eyes twinkle mysteriously, their demeanor exudes an unspoken secret. Approaching you with a warm smile, they unveil their surprise. Your meal is on me today. For a moment, you're rendered speechless. A wave of surprise engulfs you, leaving you in disbelief. Is this a prank? Are you on the receiving end of bet? Your eyes scan the room, expecting a hidden camera crew to pop out from the corners, but there's none. The cafe hums with its regular customers. As you glance back at the stranger, their smile is earnest, their gesture authentic. There's no deceit in their eyes. They've chosen to pay for your meal, a spontaneous act of kindness intended to bring a smile to your face. No catch, no hidden agenda, no strings attached. It is a pure act of generosity, an act born out of compassion. All of a sudden, you feel a warm sensation radiating from your heart, a spark of surprise that evolves into a sense of gratitude. The world appears a bit brighter, the cafe's noises less overwhelming and more harmonious. You're in awe, reflecting on the substantial impact a random act from a stranger can have. This small yet significant gesture has transformed an ordinary day into an extraordinary one. As the stranger exits the cafe, a serene calm envelops you. Your heart feels lighter, your spirits are buoyed, the food tastes more delicious, the coffee richer, the world brighter. You grasp the profound impact of even the smallest act of kindness. The stranger may have left, but their kindness remains, a cherished memory etched in your heart. Their face has become a blur, but their act is crystal clear. You're invigorated and ready to pass it forward to extend the warmth of kindness to another unsuspecting stranger. The cafe manager recalls when the stranger paid for the meal, it brought a genuine smile to everyone's face. A waitress adds, "It was like a breath of fresh air in our usual routine. Need more people like this." Customers, initially puzzled, then inspired, shared their thoughts. Seeing such a beautiful act of kindness was extraordinary. It made us realize the power of simple gestures. The scene that unfolded in the cafe gave you more than just a free meal. It provided you a glimpse into the core of humanity, a taste of kindness, and the inspiration to reciprocate it. Your heart swells with gratitude, and you decide to pass on the kindness to another unsuspecting individual. Thus, a chain of kindness is initiated, one that could potentially transform the world. As you exit the cafe, you carry more than just the memory of delicious food and coffee. You carry a memory, a story, and to be kind, to make a difference. A meal paid forward, a day made better. Envision this. You're immersed in the throes of a day that has been anything but merciful. You're grappling with the weight of your world, the kind of pressure that pushes you to the brink of tears and frustration. Amidst this turmoil, something unexpected graces your day. A stranger hands you a small folded piece of paper, a note bearing no name but filled with comforting words of encouragement. "You are enough. You matter," it says. In our investigation into the power of small acts of kindness, we talked to several individuals who had received such notes. Take Jenny, for instance, an office employee who was having a particularly tough day at work. "I found a note tucked in my keyboard," she says. "It was simple. You are doing great. Keep going." I can't express how much that little note cheered me up. Or consider the experience of Mark, a retiree who was battling feelings of loneliness. "I was sitting in the park feeling quite low when a young girl came up to me and handed me a note that read, 'You are not alone. You are loved.' It was a small gesture, but it brought tears to my eyes. It had a profound impact on me. These handwritten notes, carrying no grand promises, transform into a potent balm for the weary soul. The simplicity of their messages, the authenticity of their words, imparts strength. A strength that surpasses the very ink and paper they're written with. In our third act of kindness, we delve into the profound impact of simple words. A single phrase, a line, or just a word can turn around a situation. It can bring hope and positivity where there was despair. It brings a smile where there was a frown. Words strung together with sincerity and love become an unexpected balm for a weary soul. We're not talking about grand gestures or expensive gifts here, but the humble power of a handwritten note. Packed with empathy, understanding, and acceptance, these notes are testaments to the power of kindness, and they remind us that we're not alone. A simple act of writing a note requires very little: a pen, a piece of paper, and a generous heart. It doesn't need an extravagant amount of time, money, or resources. Yet, like a pebble thrown into a pond, this simple act can create ripples of positivity that can touch lives and change perspectives. So, let's not underestimate the power of our words and the profound impact a simple act of kindness can have. Let's remember that every person we meet is fighting their own battles, and sometimes a few kind words are all they need to see the light again. A few kind words can indeed lighten a heavy heart. Ever pondered over the chain reactions that unfolds when you extend a kind gesture? The premise seems straightforward, but it's layered with a deep, meaningful principle that warrants a closer inspection. We often regard kindness as an inherent human trait, a humble everyday practice. But have we ever contemplated the ripple effect our actions may generate? Visualize a placid pond, its tranquility disrupted only by a single pebble's plunge. Observe the immediate consequence, the initial splash, a disruptive yet fascinating spectacle. This splash, that lone act of kindness, stirring a reaction, making a difference. However, it's the aftermath that truly encapsulates the power of kindness. A sequence of ripples, each one radiating from the center, reaching out farther and farther until they touch the farthest corners of the pond. Isn't this an enchanting allegory for the ripple effect of kindness? One deed, no matter how small, can trigger a domino effect of goodwill. This reaction, akin to the pond's ripples, extends far beyond the originating act, exemplifying how our actions are interconnected. But don't just take my word for it. Let's explore various instances that flawlessly depict this principle. Recall the man from our community experiment who was gifted an unanticipated lunch by a stranger. You might remember his surprise, the sparkle in his eyes, the thankful grin that adorned his face. Moved by the stranger's kindness, he felt a compulsion to reciprocate the goodwill. This led him to a local cafe where he paid for the coffee of the woman standing behind him in line. Another instance, a young boy, upon finding a lost wallet full of money, decided to return it to the owner instead of it for himself. The owner, impressed by the boy's honesty, donated a significant amount of money to a local charity as a way of paying it forward. Or consider the story of a woman whose car had broken down on a highway. A stranger stopped to help her change her flat tire. Inspired by this act, she later volunteered at a soup kitchen, extending the chain of kindness. Stunned by his unexpected generosity, the woman in the cafe felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude and a strong incentive to pay it forward. She noticed her elderly neighbor struggling with her groceries, and without a moment's hesitation, she lent a helping hand. This minor act of kindness left the neighbor feeling valued and grateful. Triggered by her unexpected aid, the neighbor experienced a surge of kindness. She decided to distribute homemade cookies among the children in her building. Buoyed by this sweet gesture, the children reciprocated this newfound joy with their siblings and friends, extending the kindness chain even further. Do you discern now? Each kindness act acted as a propellant for another, creating a cascade of compassion that flowed unrestricted through the community, much like a domino effect, but with a heartwarming and positive spin. This is the real magic of kindness. It doesn't just stop with the receiver. Instead, it stimulates them to pass it on, morphing the act into a positivity wave that permeates society. So when you question the significance of your kindness act next time, remember the ripple effect. Remember that your seemingly minor act of generosity has the potential to inspire others, to trigger a goodwill chain reaction that could reach much farther than you could ever envisage. Kindness, as see, is infectious. Just like a pebble in a pond, your kindness can generate ripples that extend farther than you could ever conceive. Lives and inciting change in ways you might not even realize. What exactly happens to us when we give or receive kindness? This question has intrigued scientists and philosophers alike for centuries. The human brain, a wonderfully intricate and complex organ, still bewilders many. But certain aspects have come under the scientific lens. One of such is its response to acts of kindness. This response, both physiological and psychological, is not just fascinating but also profoundly impactful on our mental and physical well-being. Scientific studies from renowned institutions such as Harvard, Oxford, and Stanford involving thousands of participants across a broad range, reinforced the tremendous power of kindness. Dr. David R. Hamilton, a leading authority in the field of kindness research, highlights both being kind to others and witnessing acts of kindness can leave indelible marks on our mind and body. This isn't just an abstract concept, but a tangible reality that can be measured and quantified. To understand the psychological effects of kindness, we turn to the research of neuroscientist Dr. Richard Davidson. In his studies, he elucidates what happens inside our brain when we perform acts of kindness. Our in response to such actions releases a hormone called oxytocin. Often referred to as the love hormone, oxytocin plays a crucial role in enhancing our sense of trust, empathy, and social bonding. It helps us connect with others on a deeper level, strengthening our relationships and fostering a sense of community, explains Dr. Davidson. Kindness also triggers our body to release endorphins, chemicals that act as our natural painkillers. Renowned psychologist Dr. Robert Emmons says, "The release of endorphins results in a sensation that's often referred to as a helper's high. This is a state of euphoria and contentment that can uplift our mood and make us feel happier and more content." Now let's delve into the physiological effects of kindness on our bodies. Research conducted by Dr. Stephen Post of Case Western Reserve University has shown that acts of kindness can lower blood pressure, reduce anxiety, and even potentially increase lifespan. How does it achieve this? When oxytocin floods our system, it promotes a phenomenon called vasodilation. Essentially, this is the widening of our blood vessels, which leads to a reduction in our blood pressure and contributes to a healthier heart. Moreover, kindness stimulates the production of serotonin, a neurotransmitter that plays a pivotal role in mood regulation. An increase in serotonin levels can significantly reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety, leading to a calmer, happier state of mind, says neurologist Dr. Daniel Amen. A pivotal concept in this scientific exploration is mirror neurons. According to Dr. Marco Iacoboni, a leading researcher in this field, these are our specialized cells in our brain that respond equally when we perform an action or when we witness someone else performing that action. This implies that even just witnessing acts of kindness can evoke a similar emotional response and positively impact our well-being. In essence, whether you're the one showing kindness or the recipient of it, or even just an observer, the effects of kindness are far-reaching. It's like casting a wide net, where the ripples of one kind act can touch many lives in profound and beautiful ways. Kindness isn't just a moral virtue, but a potent tool for enhancing health and happiness. It is a universal language that transcends borders and cultures, and has the power to unite us in ways nothing else can. Let's remember, as stated by psychologist Dr. Barbara Fredrickson, each act of kindness, however small, can have a significant impact. It can create a ripple effect of positivity, happiness, and an healing that extends far beyond the immediate moment. In the end, kindness, it seems, is beneficial for both the giver and the receiver. So, how can you embody kindness in your own distinct manner? Kindness is a term we encounter frequently, yet in the clamor of our routine existence, its deep significance tends to fade away. It's not a universal solution. Rather, it's an artistry, a montage of small yet noteworthy deeds, which when tied together, form an exquisite tapestry of empathy and compassion. Let's delve deeper. Consider, for instance, the act of offering a genuine compliment. It's such a minor thing, a fleeting moment of sincerity, but it can be a significant confidence booster for the receiver. A few kind words can fuel a surge of positivity in an individual and inspire them to perform better. It's infectious, spreading an encouraging vibe and thus leading to a chain reaction of praises and uplifted spirits. Let's move on to another act of kindness, like holding the door open for someone. In the hustle and bustle of everyday life, this may seem insignificant, but this small gesture can really make a person's day. It's about more than just courtesy. It's about showing respect and acknowledging the existence of others in your surroundings. It's a simple act, a momentary pause in your day, but it can evoke a sense of belonging and warmth in others. And then there's the reassuring act of calling or texting someone just to check on them. This seemingly small act can bring a smile to someone's face and make them feel cared for. It's about reminding them that they matter, that they're in someone's thoughts. that they're not alone. There's another way to express kindness that we often overlook: the act of sharing. Not necessarily in a monetary aspect, but sharing a piece of advice or a word of wisdom. It could be offering guidance to a colleague or helping a friend in making an important decision. It's about sharing your knowledge and experiences and subsequently making someone's life a little easier. Kindness can also be as simple as offering your seat to someone else in public transport. In the competitive world we live in, such an act of kindness could serve as a silver lining. It's about empathizing with others and treating them the way you would want to be treated. A friendly wave to a neighbor or a stranger is yet another small act of kindness. This effortless gesture provides a sense of community and friendliness, spreading warmth and goodwill. And finally, the power of expressing appreciation should not be underestimated. An overlooked phrase like, "I appreciate the work you do," can make someone feel recognized and valued. It's not just about expressing gratitude for the task done, it's about acknowledging someone's effort, their dedication, their kindness. Let this be a motivation, an appeal, a call to arms for everyone to practice more kindness, more empathy, more love. Understand that every act of kindness, no matter how minute, like a small stone tossed into a vast ocean, creates waves that spread far and wide. Kindness is not just an action, it's a way of life, a conscious decision to make the world a pleasant place, one small act at a time. Bear in mind, each act of kindness, regardless of its size, can make a colossal difference. Are you prepared to embark on the kindness challenge? Today, we pave the path for you to embark on a unique odyssey towards understanding, empathy, and love. An odyssey that we affectionately denote as the Kindness Challenge. To elucidate, this challenge isn't about performing an isolated act of kindness, nor is it about making occasional gestures. It's about adopting kindness as an integral part of your life, an extension of your being. This journey of kindness propels you into a path of self-discovery, leading you to the true essence of humanity. Take, for instance, John, a retired banker who decided to take up this challenge. He started by helping his elderly neighbor with groceries, eventually turning it into a weekly routine. The act of kindness not only brought a sense of satisfaction to John, but also deepened his bond with his neighbor, fostering a meaningful relationship. Kindness is not just a characteristic, it's an excursion that elevates us beyond our individual selves, leading us to the profound understanding of the human condition. An example of this was showcased by a group of high school students who decided to form a kindness club, part of whose mandate was to take up this challenge. They organized a community cleanup, which not only transformed their locality but also instilled in them a sense of responsibility towards their environment. The Kindness Challenge is a quest wherein you implement a single act of kindness, no matter the magnitude, and share your experience with us. For instance, Sam, a young software engineer, took up the challenge and started paying for the coffee of the person behind him in line every Friday. This gesture, although small, brought a smile on people's faces and encouraged others in the line to pay it forward, thus creating a ripple effect of kindness. This challenge transcends the concepts of winning and losing. It's not about achieving a high score or defeating others. It's about embarking on a journey towards becoming a part of something much larger than yourself. It's about realizing the power that every act of kindness, however minute, holds to bring about a change in the world. One person, one act at a time. All you need to participate in this challenge is to perform your act of kindness, document that moment, and share it with us. We are keen to hear your narratives, your experiences, your lessons learned. We want to see the smiles you bring to people's faces, the hearts you touch, the lives you change. And remember, this isn't just about the act itself, it's about the ripple effect it initiates. Your act of kindness isn't a solitary event. It doesn't cease with the person you assisted or the gesture you made. It continues to propagate, to inspire, to motivate. For example, when a mother of two decided to regularly deliver home-cooked meals to a homeless shelter, it inspired her children to be more aware and empathetic towards those less fortunate, leading them to initiate their acts of kindness. This Kindness Challenge is your golden opportunity to serve as a beacon of hope and positivity in a world that so desperately craves it. Take the case of Emma, a college student who used her art to spread kindness by painting uplifting messages and quotes on stones and leaving them in public places. Not only did her act of kindness cheer people up, but it also inspired her to use her art to make a difference in the world. So, go ahead, sow the seeds of kindness, and don't forget to share your tales of transformation with us. As we conclude our expedition, let's delve into a profound exploration of the transformative power of kindness. This is not merely about conforming to societal norms of courtesy, but rather, it's a lively embodiment of compassion, empathy, understanding, and unconditional love. It's about providing a beacon of hope, a flash of optimism to those around us, particularly to those who desperately need it. It's about infusing a little bit of sunshine, warmth, and hope into someone's life, making the world a bit less daunting. Let's recall the kindness experiment we embarked on earlier. For instance, a simple act such as buying a stranger a cup of coffee on a chilly morning, assisting an elderly person to cross the road, letting someone with less items go ahead of you in the supermarket queue, or just offering a genuine smile can have an incredibly profound impact. It underscored how such actions can create a ripple effect of positivity that can reach far and wide. The spontaneous acts of kindness, those unexpected moments of generosity, were not just about the act itself, but about the it had on the recipients. The smiles, the gratitude, the surprise, and most importantly, the inspiration to pass on the baton of kindness. It creates a cycle of good deeds and positive energy. Such acts of goodwill ignite a spark of hope, of humanity, and of optimism in the hearts of the recipients. They are unexpected moments of generosity that not only brighten someone's day, but also inspire them to extend the same gesture of kindness towards someone else. It's about the joy of giving without expecting anything in return, an innate human quality that we often neglect. Kindness, as we've discovered, is contagious. It spreads like a comforting blanket, enveloping everyone in its path, igniting a chain reaction of goodwill and positivity. And let's not forget the science of kindness. The release of endorphins in our bodies, the rush of happiness we feel when we do something good for someone else. Our bodies are wired to respond positively to acts of kindness. They have a tremendous positive impact on our physical and mental health, acting as a natural antidepressant. The bonds it helps forge and strengthen are palpable. It fosters a deeper sense of connection and understanding amongst individuals, binding them together. Kindness isn't just a feel-good emotion, it's a catalyst for well-being. It's the gentle push that propels us to be better versions of ourselves. It urges us to step out of our comfort zones and extend a helping hand to others. Our call to kindness, the challenge we set, was a testament to the transformative power of these acts. It was an invitation to all of us to not just be recipients of kindness, but its ambassadors. To let it permeate every interaction, every conversation, every relationship. Today, we've learned that kindness isn't just a virtue, it's a force that can bring about change, that can bridge gaps, that can heal. For instance, consider the story of a woman who, after receiving help from a stranger when her car broke down, started a charity for roadside assistance, or a man who, touched by an act of kindness, dedicated his life to providing meals for the homeless. It's a potent tool that we often underestimate, a force that starts with one and spreads to many. It's an energy that, when shared, multiplies. It's a light that, when ignited, illuminates. It nurtures a sense of community, a sense of belonging, and of purpose. It fosters mutual respect, understanding, and tolerance. So, as we come to the end of this journey, let's carry with us the lessons we've learned. Let's embed the spirit of kindness deep within us, letting it guide our actions, our decisions, and our interactions. Let's strive to keep the spirit of kindness alive, not only in our actions but in our hearts. Let's aim to make this world a kinder, more compassionate place, because kindness indeed has the power to reshape the world, one act at a time. Before we sign off, we have another vital message for you. As we've traveled together through unexpected of generosity, heartwarming experiences, moments of shared human connection, we've come to truly understand the profound power of kindness. Kindness, such a simple act often underestimated, yet it holds an immeasurable power that can significantly shift the direction of someone's life. Kindness, in its purest form, is the ability to reach out and touch someone else's heart. It's a soothing balm that heals the wounds of the world, one heart at a time. It's a beacon in a world often clouded by darkness, a silent reassurance that despite all the chaos, all is well. In an era marked by rapid technological advancements, where communication happens at the speed of light and we're more digitally connected than ever, we can sometimes lose sight of the essence of human connection, but we believe in you and the power you hold to change that. And that's why we want to present you with our kindness challenge. We invite you, urge you to make kindness your daily habit. It might seem like a small thing, but remember, even the most majestic of waterfalls start with a single drop. Your act of kindness could be that drop that starts a cascade of positivity. And there's no AI, no algorithm, no supercomputers that can replicate the warmth of a genuine act of kindness. No technology can replace the soothing comfort of a compassionate word, the reassurance of a friendly smile, or the strength of a helping hand. So, surprise a stranger with a random act of generosity. Use your words to inspire, to uplift, to comfort. Lend a hand to someone in need. Make a difference however small it may seem, because that's where true change begins. Remember, your act of kindness could be the ray of sunshine that brightens up someone's day. It could be the beacon of hope that lights up their path when they're lost in the dark. It could be the soothing balm that heals their wounded heart. It could be the gentle reminder that they're not alone, that they're loved, that they matter. We've seen how a single act of kindness can create a ripple effect, touching countless lives far beyond our own. And you can be the one to start that ripple. Imagine that, your action, your kindness, reaching out to people you may never even meet. In a world where you can be anything, choose to be kind. Let your kindness be the light that guides you, the strength that holds you, the love that binds us all together. Let it be the legacy you leave behind. So, as we say goodbye, we leave you with this final thought. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. Choose to take on the kindness challenge. Choose to make a difference. Choose to leave a positive impact. Your act of kindness could be the ray of sunshine someone needs to brighten their day. And we can't wait to hear how you'll change the world, one act of kindness at a time.